Every now and again, I cop a bit of crap from having a ridiculously sized microphone. But audio is extremely important to me when so many of our meetings are online. And one of the things we did when COVID hit and we were all working from home and we're doing lots of presentations using Zoom is heavily reinvest into the quality of audio in our meetings with our clients, but also we use this stuff when we're presenting on Zoom as well. If you've heard me before on a webinar, you would have definitely experienced the audio. And one of my pet peeves is actually listening to, whether it's in a one-to-one meeting online or whether it is in a webinar where the presenter has really crap audio. So how do we prevent this? Well, I'll sort of share my setup now. This video I'm doing right now is a little lapel mic plugged into my phone. It's not really the purpose of me sharing some tips for the computer, but here's my setup behind me. A couple of tips from an audio perspective, and I'll just show you, So I've unplugged the thing that goes into my phone right now, and so right now the audio would have turned really crap. So that is what we don't want. We don't want tinny audio, and even this is probably going to be still okay, but you know, I don't know whether I've got a thing with audio, but if I had to listen to this for a while, it'd start to bug me. So I'm going to plug this back in and give it a couple of seconds to register. Now, I don't believe AirPods are okay. I don't believe having no microphone plugged in and just using the laptop speakers is okay. And even if you've got a webcam, Logitech have a few different little webcams. I don't know whether the model number is the C920 or something like that. That is definitely not good enough. It's all going to be tinny and crap. So please don't do that. The setup I've got here is a Rode mic. Now, again, it looks a little bit less domineering if you remove this little thing on the top, but it looks like you're a radio announcer as well. So you can have it with the wind blocky thing or without. And it's on a nice arm as well, so you can move it around. But again, this is going to be your best quality, I reckon, for what we're doing day-to-day meeting with clients. Now, that is plugged in on this is my setup at the office, into my Rodecaster, I think they call it. Now that turns the audio from this big thick cable at the back into a USB feed for my Mac and does an amazing job there. So you can have up to 4 channels. This is overkill. Since this one came out, there is a smaller one you can get that has 2 channels, I think. More than enough for even what I use it for. The other thing to keep in mind is that we've replicated this sort of setup for the other partners and managers who are on the Zoom a lot during the week with clients. But we do have a very simple box setup. I think it's much cheaper than the Rodecaster, and we'll see if we can find the link and post it under the video or in the notes so that you're able to see the entry level. And this is just really, I think, for a bit of show, really. You can add some effects to these buttons here. But again, you know, 99% of this Rodecaster's life, it's only had one mic channel in and fed the speakers going out. Now, yeah, so just wrapping that up, that's how you get good audio. Yeah, I don't think there's many other mics or headsets that are going to come close to this. And I recommend that we invest in, if we're doing lots of online meetings, which I reckon most of us are, invest heavily in making sure there's little to no drama audio-wise for your client on the receiving end. Now the other tip, this is what shits me as well about you know, people not having great setups, is the camera. Again, this is a bit ridiculous. There's better cameras. I would have bought this differently if I had to do it again, but this is a 4K camera and it converts. Again, I don't go and buy this, but anyway, there's a Blackmagic, what are they called? A10 Mini. We did some live production for a workshop we did back in 2020, so we bought some serious kit. But again, what we're doing there is maxing out our video quality so that when we're presenting Zoom or workshops or things like that, the experience is as good as we can have. We do dial that back for team in the office here, but we still use more than what the laptop camera, the camera that comes with the webcam on the laptop, we go way better than that. And the other mistake I see is people, you know, whether they're using a laptop webcam and they've got the laptop on the desk, then you're looking up and you're looking at double chins and stuff. The best thing to do is have your camera, even if you're using a webcam, have it just above the main screen that you watch for your Zoom feed or wherever you're talking with your customers, and even physically on your desktop, I would put the camera as close, I would put your Zoom feed where you're watching the other person as close to the camera as possible so that your eyes look like they're connecting with that person. Again, what we're trying to do is make the online experience as warm and welcoming as possible. Great audio, half decent effort into having some decent video, and yeah, you're going to connect better with the other person. All right, I hope that's helped. Again, there'll be more links in the either the comments under the video or posted with the video of the actual equipment that we use or would recommend, because again, there's a couple of things here that I just don't think are spot on for, or I wouldn't buy them again if I had the choice. All right, cheers, enjoy.